Hi everyone, welcome back to Shotliff Family Firewood. Thank you to everybody that watched the last video I did on the Johnson wood boiler. It was basically my highest rated video, by far my longest watch time, and it's been 2 weeks or a week and a half since I've done it. Johnson wood boiler has been running a week and a half flawlessly. I got my hot water back, warm house back. Absolutely love it. I apologize that I haven't been able to make a video now for over a week because well, life with 2 kids, 3 and under, and this week was fire prevention week, which means both fire departments that I'm on had an open house. 2 weekends ago was pancake breakfast for Brooklyn Fire District, and yesterday was a spaghetti dinner for Evansville Fire District. So I've been busy prepping and working for that. Plus, this last week we had 4 days of rain. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday rain. I've heard, I don't have a rain gauge out, but I've heard up to as high as 4 inches around me. So we've been dealing with that. So the wood yard is completely mud, and I also haven't had time. However, like I said, Johnson wood boiler running great, and we're gonna take you for a little tour of the wood that I have ready to go, and just show you kind of what I have. Also talk to you about some news that I was trying to work on, but I decided ultimately not to make the change, mostly because of how much it costs. But I'll talk a little bit about that later, and so come with me and we'll show you our inventory and around the wood yard the way it is today. I got the boys to help me. They want to swing right now, so yeah, anyway. They're over there wanting me to swing, so might have to do that for a little bit. But I do truly appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for this one, and hopefully next week we'll be doing some cutting. We've been burning in the boiler for, I don't know, what, a week and a half now, and we haven't used much wood out of the woodshed, just this little corner of this row. I did bring home a truckload of old, really dead lightweight pine. I got 2 pieces left of that, but that's what we've been burning for the most part since then. So this thing just chugging away, making good heat and good hot water. The new door seal is working fantastic, but basically at this point we can load it once a day and have enough for heat for the day. I come out and stir it twice a day, but I really don't have to throw anything on it at night. I usually just throw some stuff on it in the morning and then stir it up a little bit at night. So what's up, Broadster? What? You want to throw that? Yeah. Why don't you come put it in the stove? Alright, so I haven't had, like I said, I haven't had much time to do any woodwork the last 2 weekends. Not last weekend, the weekend before was the beginning of fire prevention week. I had a pancake breakfast at one of the fire departments that I had to help with, and then this last weekend I had spaghetti dinner at my main fire department, Evansville Fire Department, that I help. So haven't had a whole lot of time for making firewood the last 2 weeks. I did sell, and it rained for the 4 days over the weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It rained this week. I sold 4 bundles. 2 of them were before the rain, and 2 of them were after the rain. So that was all I sold this week. And then basically, I also did sell a half cord of firewood that I delivered this week. I loaded it in the dark, so there wasn't much to show. I also brought home a very small pile of softwood, pine from took some trees down at work on an easement over one of our pipes. So not much, but a little bit worth bringing home. So I guess my video this week was just going to be a quick inventory of the wood yard because we had 4 days worth of rain, so it's mud down here. You do? Way up in there? So Brody and Wyatt are with me tonight, and anyway, I moved the logs out of the pine haul that I hauled home a couple weeks ago. Moved the logs out, got those stacked up right there on runners, and then the big rounds are left here. I just over the weekend fixed my grapple bucket. I put a new hydraulic cylinder on my grapple bucket, so when the ground dries out, we'll come down, we'll move those rounds off the grass so we can mow. And then I got to get these pine logs stacked up there. This is the oak that I've hauled home with the dump trailer a couple weeks ago. Piled that all up. I actually cut I cut 1 load of that up just to finish a trailer load that I was splitting and stacking. This is a load that I hauled home 2 weeks ago. This has all been cut for quite some time, probably dry or close to it, but it's a lot of small stuff and whatnot. So that'll be the first stuff I try and cut up because I want to get some dry wood ready to go for next year. This is all the dead standing oak that I brought home with the old flatbed trailer before I got the dump trailer. This stuff all needs to go in the boiler wood bin because it's cut at odd lengths and whatnot. I'm gonna get the big pieces out of the way here. I'll deal with them at a later date, and this dead standing stuff is going to be the next stuff that I process, just because my inventory right now for next year is so low, and this is all oak, so I need to get it drying, so I need to get it cut and split real fast. So my current inventory for what's split and dry and ready to go, I have 1 cord of ash right here. It's a full cord of ash, dry, ready to go. It's been here for 2 months, 2.5 months, something like that. I got just over, stacked a little higher than 4 feet, so it's just over 1/3 of a cord of cherry. That's probably close to ready. That's been here 3 months plus, but I don't have much cherry. This is another, basically half a cord of ash. I've taken a little bit off of it now, and that's ready to go. That was split at the same time as that other cord, so I literally have about 1.5 cords of ash ready to go. And I have about 1/2 face cord of hickory in this one, and almost a full cord of hickory there. So that's inventory that's ready to go. That's literally all the inventory I have that's ready to go. So about a little over 1 cord of hickory and a cord and a half of ash is all I have ready to go. I have well over 1/3 of a cord of oak that's been drying for 6 months or so. It's an oversized stack plus a little bit, and then I finished this stack of oak last week in the dark. So that was mostly dead already before I cut it up. I'm hoping to finish this cord with some dead standing oak, and hopefully this stack will be ready for next spring, along with the ash and hickory. I've been mixing in my bundles and my loose stack firewood availability. I've been mixing the ash and the hickory. I really think the hickory is too good to be putting in those, but I need the wood. So, and the hickory's been here for a long time, so we'll get that hickory out. This is my bin for next year's boiler wood. A lot of odd size oak from the angle cuts and whatnot. Anything odd size and everything is what gets thrown in there. The very next thing I'm going to process is the hickory logs right there. There's really not much there, but I want to get that processed and drying because I don't know, personally I like hickory the best. So anyway, we're gonna work on that, and then we're gonna work on this, and then we'll work on the bigger pile of oak, and then we'll get into the wet oak. And the last thing I'm gonna worry about is the pine. I don't really have a need for the pine. I took it because it was free, and it'll make good firewood, but that's not my highest priority. So I got to get my inventory built up. I was looking at a new splitter last week. I didn't end up buying it, but that would have changed the course of my little firewood business. That would have made my production go through the roof, and I would have probably had to change my business model a little bit to pay for it. But I decided not to do that. But it is getting to be time to upgrade this thing. I realized I don't have enough time to make enough firewood, even for my 2 little stands and the tiny little bit of bulk firewood that I've been selling. I cannot keep up with this splitter. So it's time to do something about that. I'm just not sure what. So if you have a commercial splitter that you're selling at a reasonable price, let me know. I would love something like an Eastamade 1222. I don't know that I'm going to spend that kind of money. I've seen a couple of used Timberwolf in the 8,000 range. That's getting closer. Anything I find in like the 6 range is either custom built, which scares me away a little bit, or a ram splitter, which I'm not sure if I should deal with that or not. But I'm looking to make the increase in production. The one I was looking at was a Wood Miser. I think the model was FS 500. That would have went from a cord every 3 hours to 3 cords an hour with that thing. If you haven't seen one of those, check them out. They're basically a double box wedge. It's a bi-directional, splits both ways through a box wedge, and that would have upped production massively, but it was also a massive price tag. So we'll get Brody unstuck here, and hope you thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. I know I put that wood boiler video out. I had great views, great comments on that. And then and then I've had 2 weeks where I can't do much of anything. So I apologize for that. I try to do at least a video a week. And now that the Fire Prevention Week stuff is over, we'll try and get back into that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because I'm hoping this coming Saturday is a straight saw day. I want to cut up that hickory. I want to cut this pile of oak up, and I'd like to move the big rounds out of the big stump out of the way and get started on cutting some of that up. I do most of my splitting at night. Not really safe to be doing my cutting at night. So I want to get a good strong day of cutting in, and then be able to split at night next week. So that's my hope. With these two guys, that doesn't always work, but we'll do our best. So again, thanks for watching. Wyatt, can you say hi?